So it was 11th of November, and we woke up very early, like around 6:30, and this was our room 102. It was on the first floor, and as you can see, there were stairs. We actually got this hotel room for I think 1,000, and we actually wanted to see the early sunrise. And this was the guest house name, the KPR guest house. It was not so. I would say the service was not so good, but it was affordable, 1,000 rupees per day. And if you are about to stay at Auroville Beach or anywhere nearby Auroville Beach, I would suggest you to book a hotel online, because it's very difficult to get a hotel while you like when you reach Auroville Beach. And we were actually very tired searching for a hotel, because during November month it's quite full. The hotels are quite full, and you might not get your hands on hotel rooms. So it's better if you pre-book your hotels online. So it was 6:30 in the morning early, and we wanted to see the sunrise by the beach. And this, you can see Le Ahem. It's one of the best restaurants. I would highly suggest this one if you want to stay, because the architectural beauty is very beautiful, like inside the hotel. So finally, we reached the beach, and the view was just magical. And I really like the way beaches look during sunrise. I don't know, there's something about sunrise and beaches that go very well together. And yeah, I was really enjoying my time. And the morning stroll was really nice. And I saw this really funny looking fish flying. It had really sharp teeth, as you can see. It was, I don't know which fish it was. Yeah. So I'll let you guys enjoy the sound of the sea waves, and I'll come back again. So at around like I actually collected some shells in the morning too, and there were so many in this beach. You can actually collect and take this as a memoir. And there were many people who were actually uh, taking a bath in the sea, and it's really nice if you can do that. Salty water tends to feel sticky, so we came back at around 8 o'clock, and we had these idlis. These are basically rice pancakes, sort of things that are mostly found in southern part of India, and you'll get this a lot in India, especially in the southern part with sambar. So then the idlis were 5 rupees per piece, and then we went back to a hotel for getting into the cab. This cab we actually booked for 2,000 rupees for the whole day tour, and the driver came at 9:30. Yeah, 9:38 to be exact. We booked our sightseeing tour via Avatar Travels, and which was beside the Goodman restaurant. And as you can see, the Google was actually notifying the driver as to which place to go. So we were the first stop for us was Matri Mandir at Oroville. So yeah, and we finally reached the destination. It um the car was actually got the car actually got parked in the parking area, and we actually had to walk our way through. So the parking charges were 50 rupees, and the driver said that he'll be giving us 1 hour for like 1 hour time for us to go and see the Matri Mandir. And so one more important thing to note about Matri Mandir is that it actually remains opens on weekdays from till 5 p.m. On Sundays, it remains open till 1 p.m. So if you are coming to visit Pondicherry and this Matri Mandir, you uh, just keep that in mind. And so this was this visitors center where everything about Auroville has been described in pretty much elaborate way. And Auroville is considered to be one of the is considered to be a heritage site, and it has been listed in UNESCO. That was written there, and there was actually a model of how the Matri Mandir looks like and what the inside of the Matri Mandir looks like actually. And Auroville is supposed to be a sort of a civilization that was established around this area. And you can see the model of everything looked very symmetric and beautiful. And there were really nice pictures of architectural structures and everything that an architect would actually correlate to. For me, it was just beautiful, and we actually had to walk a lot, and there was a lot of, I would say, these sort of tunnels, as you can see. You're walking through this tunnel area where you can see the backside of mine, and it's quite a task. Like the Matri Mandir is actually too far away from here, from the main point where the car left us. So yeah, you can see it. I think Aurovilla was declared as a UNESCO heritage. So it took us around 45 minutes to reach the like the exact location of the Matri Mandir. So this is supposed to be Matri Mandir. I I was actually surprised that we were not allowed to go inside the globe. I thought we would be going inside, but even this structure, looking at the structure was beautiful, but the walk was too much for me. And yeah, and people were actually clicking pictures and selfies of this globe. I felt like I had to walk all the way through just to watch this. Though it was beautiful, but I felt like I had walked too much and I was really tired, and we got to watch this for 15 minutes. So next, coming back to the visitor center, there was this area where you can get all the goodies and stuff, handcrafted stuff. And they were like pretty beautiful handcrafted garments and shoes. So we were not allowed to film inside, so we actually moved out. And this was actually a boutique that was set up beside the visitor center. You can buy stuff from there. So our next stop was this. So the temple's name was Panchamunga Anjanaya Temple. I'll put the name of the temple somewhere on the screen. So this was sort of the entrance of the temple, and as you can see, even the beauty of the temple is so nice. The painting you can see here was really nice, and the uses of colors were just beautiful. And every temple in the southern part of India looks really nice and unique in their own way. And I would highly recommend going and visiting these temples. So photography was strictly prohibited inside the temple. It was a Hanuman temple, and there was this huge Hanuman statue made out of a single black stone, and it was just a beauty to watch. So outside this temple, there was this area where you can actually donate for the well-being of the people, and you can collect your offering or the prasad which you get from the temple. This temple was actually under construction and was still under the process of being constructed. So this was again our next spot. Moving on to the next spot, this is our third spot, third temple. The name of the temple was Pratyangara Devi Temple. The only thing about this temple was that all the male candidates or the male people had to remove their shirts and even the vest to visit the temple inside. And I don't know why that was done, but the person outside was saying that it has to be done, so we did. So yeah, this was the fourth spot, and this was, I'll put the name of the temple on the screen. And I really like the paintings on the ceiling, and you can see there was painting all over the temple, and it was just so beautiful. So photography was prohibited, so we didn't film inside. So this was our next spot. This was a church, and as you can see, I'll put the name on the screen again. And it was a very beautiful church. Pondicherry has some of the best churches. If you want to see, you should. And it was just so beautiful, and you can see it for yourself. It was around like 12 o'clock while we were inside the church, and even from the inside you could actually see the influence of the French architecture into this church, because there were a point of time when French people were colonizing in this Pondicherry state, and it was just a beauty, and the silence was really nice. So our sixth spot was this Puducherry Museum, and as you can see, there were some architectural structures that were outside, and the visiting hours was written from 9 to 6:30, and photography was actually prohibited. So I couldn't record much. So this was our again another spot, seventh spot, Promenda Beach, and this is particularly famous. And if you want to stay at very costly hotels, you can stay here. Promenda Beach has some of the costliest hotel of Pondicherry. You can do that, but be aware. And Promenda Beach was beautiful from outside, but it was sort of a rocky beach and less of a sandy beach, and there are a lot of people roaming around at Promenda Beach. So I would not suggest you, if you want to go and live and enjoy a beach, I would not suggest Promenda Beach personally. I would suggest you Auroville Beach, because that's quite secluded and nice. And yeah, and you can see it's quite rocky. So our next destination was again another church. I'll put the name on the screen because I might not spell it uh, correctly. And yeah, this was our eighth spot and eighth destination. And this church was a very beautiful, like better, or I would say very beautiful than the previous one, because it has some really nice architectural structures, and this was just a really huge statue pillar which was there. It was golden and it looked very majestic, and the inside of the church was even more beautiful with all the high ceilings and just amazing. And there was, I think there were wedding decoration going on, because there was some sort of wedding which had to be done, I think that evening only. And yeah, the church was looking very beautiful. Even the front altar area was just so well decorated, and I couldn't stand but just watch. So by 2:15 we went to this Jubilee Bengali restaurant, and there was just two thali there, chicken thali and fish thali. So I ordered chicken thali for myself, and my husband and mother-in-law ordered the fish thali. So it was a decent restaurant. It was at Promenda Beach area. It was quite affordable for the area because Promenda Beach is the posh area of Pondicherry. So this was our next destination after our lunch, Bharati Park. It was opposite to the Promenda Beach. It opens from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. and it was just a normal park. Everywhere you can see these sort of parks. I don't think it was much of a spot. It was a normal, I would say, park, just a simple park with lots of trees and children playing around. And it was not something very beautiful. I didn't see anything anything of much beauty here. We just walked through the park just like that, and there was a seashell basin, and this structure was there inside the park which looked like a Roman architecture, but there was nothing much in the park. And yeah, at the end, I think it was almost evening, around 5 o'clock. We went to this Chinabar boat house, and this is the place from where you go to an island where the most famous beach is, that is the Paradise Beach. So we booked for a ferry. You can see all the timings, and the fare of the boat is given in the screen or the pamphlet. So this was the line queue for taking tickets, and we actually took our tickets for the Paradise Beach, and that was the boat where we were supposed to board. Yeah, that was the one, and it looked really beautiful. And for the fare, I think it was 300 per person, but it was worth a watch because while we were going with mm, like on this boat, I actually saw two or three jellyfish on the water, like the sea. It was, I think, the Arabian Sea. I'm not sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And I actually saw 3 to 4 jellyfish and octopus. I don't know what it was, but it actually looked like jellyfish, more like a jellyfish, less uh, like an octopus. And yeah, it was just a beautiful view to watch. And as we were arriving the destination, we actually heard a lot of Bollywood music playing, and this is how our boat looked. And this was actually a motorboat, and the fare was around 300. And as we entered, this is how you get the look after you step out of the boat, and you can actually feel the vibe of the Paradise Beach because as you enter, you get that kind of fun environment. And there were some people showering in rain dance. I don't know why, because there was actually a sea for that. I didn't know why they were doing that. There were actually some fees for the rain dance thing, and there were many more activity and other stuff going around in this beach. This beach is actually in an island, and you actually have to get a boat ride to get to this place. So I had to cut out some part of the vocals because there were some Bollywood songs which could actually affect the copyright of my video. So that is why I had to cut out. But the sand was really wide, and the wind was very loud. Like it was too loud for me to have it in my background. And as you can see, it was quite a relaxing environment, of mixture of fun and relaxing environment. There were like sorts of huts you can see along the way, as you can see at a far distance. Those were built to maybe to amp up the vibe of the place. And there were some restaurants, but we didn't did not want to go there, so we just roamed around the whole beach. And it was just fun because Paradise Beach is something you would want to go. I would highly recommend this beach. And this beaches actually have a lot of shells around, lying around, and some people were enjoying, some were swimming, and some were just uh, looking at the nice atmosphere, because it was just so nice to be on a beach. If you are a beach person, I would highly recommend. Apart from Goa, you should visit this beach. And in the evening, we went to this fast food, Ganesh fast food restaurant, just nearby our hotel where we were staying, near the Oroville beach. And we had this really nice and wonderful noodles, chicken noodles for 10 rupees. It was quite affordable and it was quite delicious. Then we went to the Goodman restaurant where we were left by the cab from which we did our sightseeing. So that was the end of the evening, and we had some really nice naan and prawn, I think, or mutton. I'm not sure. So yeah, thanks for watching, and do stay tuned for my next vlog.